How to prepare for a recession in business. I'm not here to say or speculate that we're going to be going into a recession, but if you look at some things like the Dow Jones, or if you look at some of the stuff that's going on with the current health and economic crisis, you need to make sure that you're prepared. So what I want to share with you in this video are 5 things that you need to be doing to prepare as a business owner or as an entrepreneur in case the economy tanks or in case something happens that's unforeseen, unexpected. You need to make sure that you're prepared. So these 5 things are going to help make sure that you weather the storm, you actually can grow during this time and leverage it to your advantage. So let's dive into it, get straight to the point, and see how we can make sure that you are prepared for any situation, good, bad, or ugly.
Hey, so I push and I grind and I push and I grind, cause I know one day it's gonna pay y'all.
The first one is lean out. Look at what you're spending money on as a business owner and as an entrepreneur. If you've got staff, if you've got products or services that you currently use for your own business, look at where your inefficiencies are within your spending and your budget. You need to make sure that you're leaning out. You need to make sure that you're looking at it from a needs versus wants perspective. Even looking at myself, a great example of this last year was I was using ClickFunnels for one of my online courses, but I had the biggest package because I liked that it had email built into it. I was spending something like $400 a month Canadian. It was $297 American. And I took a step back and said, I wonder if there's a better way that I can do this. And I simply found that by having the $97 account and then by using $15 a month for active campaign, I could do the exact same thing, actually even better than what ClickFunnels was doing. And it just saved me a couple $100 a month every month US. So again, look at your business, look at what you're paying for, look to see if there's a more efficient, more affordable, and more effective way to do it without having to spend more money. Also looking at your staff, not just looking at it from an entirety, but looking at the jobs they're doing. If you have somebody that could be doing 2 tasks, even though they're currently doing 1, you might want to make sure that you kind of lean out a bit and get them to start doing other tasks that they're capable of during this point in time so that you can be more productive with the people that you have on your team and not have to find a new member of the team or bring on a new staff member in order to do that task. Number 2, look at the inefficiencies of your business. Look at your systems and processes and see if you can find a way to make it more efficient. Also look at your own inefficiencies and productivity levels. This is a very important time for people to be looking at their productivity and looking at finding ways to be more efficient, especially as you lean out. If you have to get rid of members of your team, if you have to get rid of certain products or services that are just simply costing you too much at this point in time, you really need to dial in your productivity and find ways to be more productive. I do have a video on how to be more productive, so click above, check that out. But again, looking at your inefficiencies, finding ways to focus solely on your income producing activities, and if you can, outsource the rest so that you can focus on business growth and scaling to weather the storm and focus on what happens if the unexpected happens. That's really going to help put your business in a great place and put you at the forefront of focusing on the growth and not so much getting wrapped up in the things that could be going wrong at this point in time. Number 3, doubling down on providing value as well as personal branding or corporate business product branding. This is a great time again for you to take a step back and focus on building your brand as a person. A lot of us are going to have a lot of time on our hands right now, especially if we're in mandatory lockdown, quarantine, things like that. A lot of us don't have time to take a step back and think about our personal brand and think about social media and the presence that we want to have on there and give value to our target audience, because we're just simply in the go mode all the time. But right now, where you've got more time on your hands, is a great opportunity for you to look at your personal brand, start to have a stronger presence on other platforms, LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, things like that. And ultimately, when you come out on the other end, you're going to be in front of a lot more people. If you have the time right now to start creating more videos that provide value to your target audience from the comfort of your house, if you have time to start transitioning your calls from offline into online using platforms like Zoom, then that's going to allow you to still grow your business and still build your personal brand with your target audience without having to take a step back and not do anything like a lot of people are doing right now. Number 4, put more effort into online strategies. A lot of people are focused on doing archaic styles of business where they're just simply doing it the old school way and they're focusing on in-person relationships, which is great. Again, I do really value that, but they're doing things in a way that they've just been comfortable and just been used to, because it's a product of habits, right? You become a creature of habit. So ultimately right now, it's a great time to focus and transition a lot of your things online. If you were previously doing them offline, you can do a lot of your training, record a lot of videos. If you've got training for new employees, get somebody, yourself or your team members, in order to create videos so that it's scalable, put it on a Google Drive, and then now you've got it automated online. If you were previously teaching people certain things, turn it into an online course or an online product. If you were previously coaching or consulting, now you can have it online. There's ways that you can leverage this time right now in order to not be rushed and worried about what happens if the way that you're currently doing business isn't going to be allowed or possible in the near future because of the crisis at hand and the pandemic. If you transition to online, you're still going to be able to grow. I've still been growing during this time, and I will continue to grow just because of the fact that not much has changed in my business, even though this is happening, which is a very, blessed situation to be in at a time where there's a lot of people that are really feeling it financially. I'm not really affected because at the end of the day, my business is online. I run it from my laptop, and everything that I do is online and scalable in that way globally as well. So think about how you can find ways to transition what you're doing right now and templating it and doing it online. Number 5, obviously, save some money. A lot of people are spending money when they close a new deal or going on trips or doing anything like that. You now need to take a step back and look at needs versus wants, necessities versus nice to haves. This is a time where we just simply don't know. This could be over in a couple weeks. It could be a very big problem, and it could end up turning into a recession. So we simply just don't know. And when there is that ambiguity and the question marks are flooding around, you want to make sure that you're prepared. It's better to be safe than sorry. So right now, again, take a bit more of your income than usual, save it, and make sure that you have it for a rainy day, because we just simply don't know. So I'd love to know what you're currently doing at this point in time. If you're preparing for anything, if you're adjusting your business, transitioning stuff online, what's going on? I just want to simply know what's happening in your city, because again, it's a crazy time. Different cities are being affected in different ways. We're currently in a local lockdown, state of emergency, but I want to hear from you as well. So thanks so much for tuning in. As always, drop a comment if you have any questions. I do respond to 100% of the people that comment on my videos, and I appreciate it so much. Otherwise, please make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and we will see you next time.